So Gary asked me to give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes. Now we're going to be talking about kind of the first time that I really had worked with Gary. Now, I of course had met him previously. He's a busy guy, you know, so he wasn't in a lot of our, he wasn't involved in the Milk Punch projects, right? Now, there was a day we got some funding behind us, and we actually ended up, you know, Caleb had a brainchild for Daddy's Back. That'll be linked in the description for you to take a look at. And you know, I loved the script. We had a good outline, good treatment going for it, and it was something. It was going to be a breakout for me as the star of the film, as Daddy, and me coming back. So I decided, you know, I want to reach out to someone who has a lot of influence in the industry, someone whose word means something. And so I reached out towards Gare, and you know, he's just got such a mind for the business, and we sat down and we had that conversation about Daddy's Back, and of course, you know, with it being Caleb's brainchild, I said, we gotta let him know. We got Zach involved. We've got, you know, everyone involved, and you know, Gare really sat down with us, and we really discussed the finer points of that particular short. And now a little trivia fact: Gary was actually on set that whole time. Not a lot of people know that. Kind of giving us some stage direction. He did help us out with a little bit of money, which was nice, just to get things going. And you know, the one thing, you know, he hated was that Mike couldn't be a part of it. He really thought Mike would have fit in there nicely, and we definitely had a part for Mike, but you know, Mike was unavailable at the time. He was overseas doing some modeling. He got a few gigs in New Zealand, so you know, he's a big fan of the Dolphins. So he was, you know, and I mean, he did swim with them, but also he went to Miami to actually try out for the Miami Dolphins professional NFL football team. At that point, it was just a different, you know, path he was trying to go down, which luckily for us didn't work out, you know, and he found his true passion in film. So anyway, you know, he was really missing out on Mike, and this is really Chance's first interaction with Gare. And you know, Chance has a lot of ideas, and you know, he kept interjecting them. And Chance has a small part. I mean, it's a vital part, but it was a small part in Daddy's Back. He was the son. He was my son, kidnapped. I mean, we've of course all seen it. Won a couple of you know, Internet Film Awards, and you know, so I won't get into it, but you know, Chance kept having these ideas, and they were kind of counteracting Gary's ideas, and as a whole, we really felt like the direction Gary was taking the film was where we wanted to take it originally, and where Chance was trying to take it was something we didn't quite agree on. And you know, they butt heads a little bit, which it happens. You know, we all have creative minds, and you know, it was shot after shot, and it seemed like it never ended, and finally, this is where I had all the respect in the world for Gare, because Gare wasn't going to let this, if his name was going to be on this, which we ended up excluding for reasons we'll get into later. Anyway, if his name was going to be on this, he wasn't going to let this be anything short of spectacular. And you know, Chance finally, you know, he comes up and he says, "I'm not doing that. We're going to do this," and I've never seen a man do this. Garrett, he just stiff-armed him. It was kind of a sucker punch right to the eye there. He stiff-armed Chance in the face like a boy, and he sat him right down, and he said, "What have you done in the industry?" And you know, Gary Swann, I'm a name, you know, and sometimes you got to know when to shut your mouth, when to listen, and when to learn. And you know, we all silently applauded Gary, because Chance was really getting too big for his britches, and as Gary likes to say, he was writing some checks, and you know, his ass wasn't going to cash those. So, you know, after that, Chance definitely was. I mean, he was difficult to work with. I mean, as he's known to be in the industry, but you know, we got through it after that, and I think that really humbled him a little bit. And after that, you know, obviously Daddy's Back ended up being the success that it was, which is, it's great that that was kind of our first introduction to working with Gary, and things went smooth, aside from the exclusion with Mike and, you know, the little incident with Chance there. And, you know, after that, Chance and Gary talked, and I feel like Gary, this is where Chance hasn't been involved in this as much. Gary wants Chance, he respects Chance, and Chance is just not quite there yet, and I think it's due to that. And I mean, that was about 6 years ago at this point. You think you'd move on, but I get it. Chance is a man, and you know, as a man, you don't want something like that to happen. And I just hope he, you know, he'll figure it out. He'll know that the direction this channel is going under Gary's guise, with Gary's vision, we're destined for nothing but success. I mean, as proof is right in the Daddy's Back pudding. You know, if it was a snack pack, it would be great. You know, it'd sell out at Target. So, you know, that was, again, that's kind of the first time we had worked with Gary a little bit, and he kind of dipped his toe in our lakes and our rivers and our water. So, and he liked it. He loved it. He wanted to go for a full swim, and now that he's asked us to all be a part of this, me and my brothers, we got it going, man. Zach, Mike, Caleb, me, you know, the Chance will definitely come around, and you know, it's gonna be something special, you know. So I hope all you brothers and sisters out there enjoy what's coming, and you know, for the West Coast side of things over here, I'll be holding down the fort, and over on the East Coast, the other boys, the other brothers, they'll be holding it down, and then we'll come together. And you know, Gary's overseeing all this, and it's nothing but good things coming for the channel. So can't thank Gary enough. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little exclusive, you know, sneak peek into a behind the scenes kind of look at things, and just like a little throw together there. Anyway, this has been Josh, and you know, stay tuned for some more great content over here from Gary, Swann, and the boys. You know, the brothers. The brothers.